Okay, so Apple is doing a fantastic, very good bullish reaction today, and this week it is also doing a very good bullish structure just above our support level at 128, just after reaching a new 18-month low. So what's next? I mean, is this a good time to buy the dip? To buy the dip on Apple, or should we wait a little bit longer? What are the most important key points we should watch from here? I mean, the most important support level, the most important resistance level. Well, I'm gonna give you guys more details on Apple's price action and what to expect in the next few weeks next year. I hope you guys are going to like this video. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. Let's analyze Apple's price action. Let's start with the 1-hour chart. In the 1-hour chart, yes, although we see some very good bullish reactions in the weekly and in the daily charts, which we're going to describe in more details later, in the 1-hour chart, Apple is still on early stages of reversal because we are still doing lower highs, lower lows, right? It is still a bear trend in the short term in the 1-hour chart. In order for Apple to reverse this bearish sentiment in the short term, we gotta first break the 21 EMA, this blue line over here, the exponential moving average. We gotta break this average and we gotta do a new high. Okay, we broke the average, but the moving average, but we have yet to see a crystal clear higher high, higher low, right? Maybe it is going to do a low over here and trigger a pivot point from here. Maybe this is a real possibility, but so far it seems it is a little bit too soon. Either way, I would pay extra attention to the 130. This black line over here was previously a support level on Apple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple times over here, and it seems it is working as a resistance for us right now. So as long as Apple remains under 130, the bullish bias will not appear right now. The bearish bias will persist. Now, in the daily chart, things get a little bit more interesting because in the daily chart, we see a crystal clear bullish reaction, again, just above the 128, which is a crystal clear support level seen in the weekly chart, which was, until this week, this year's low from June 13, all right? So, yes, this is a crystal clear support level, and it seems Apple did a false breakout. And when this happens, it is usually a crystal clear bear trap. And right now, Apple is doing a bullish candlestick pattern called above the stomach candlestick pattern. What this means, Nathan, let's take a look at Bukowski's website. Well, the above the stomach is, in theory, a bullish reversal candlestick pattern, and its tested performance is bullish reversal 66% of the time. The above numbers are based on hundreds of perfect trades. So, okay, we have a lot of statistics regarding the above the stomach candlestick pattern, and of course, this pattern was not triggered yet. If Apple triggers this bullish pattern over here, it has 66% of reverse the bearish sentiment, at least in the midterm. Meaning, I do believe, personally speaking, if my opinion means anything to you, I do believe that Apple is going to retest at least its 21 EMA in the next couple of days, all right? So yes, this is the major resistance level on Apple. In addition to this, you may use some of these retracements in order to improve your reading, but honestly, I think the 21 EMA is just enough right now at this moment, all right? Any bounce to the moving average might be considered just a bounce because the trend on Apple in the daily chart is still bearish. It is not bullish yet. Now, if Apple breaks the EMA, if Apple does a higher high, higher low, then all right, it is a new bull trend. Apple will probably seek higher levels. Maybe it is going to retest the 157 over here in the next couple of weeks. Now, in the weekly chart, the situation is also quite interesting. And before I forget, we are constantly trading many stocks and we are doing very well this year. This year was quite rough, but the top 5% traders are not in a bear trend right now. We are very, very bullish. We are doing very well. Our performance is very bullish. You may check my performance. It's totally public. Click on my website. This is the link to our public portfolio. So I think you guys are going to be pleased with what I have to offer. Check my services, check my website. The link is in the description of this video. Now, back to Apple. In the weekly chart, it is doing a hammer candlestick pattern. What is a hammer, Nathan? It's a candlestick with a small body and a long shadow under the candlestick's body. Well, it looks like a hammer. It literally looks like a hammer. So it is quite easy to understand how this pattern works. We open it over here. We drop it sharply. We dropped a lot this week, but out of nowhere, suddenly Apple is trying to react and we are closing above the 128, indicating that yes, there are buyers in this area who are not letting Apple to drop to lower levels to retest the 121 over here, the next technical support level if the 128 fails. But right now, it feels like Apple is trying to react. A hammer candlestick pattern. What is the specific statistics regarding a hammer? Well, in theory, it is a bullish reversal pattern and its tested performance is bullish reversal 60% of the time. So if Apple triggers this hammer, meaning if Apple breaks this week's high, 131.41, Apple will trigger this hammer and it has 60% chances of reversing the bearish sentiment in the weekly chart. Okay, so in this scenario, I do believe Apple could easily retest the moving average in the daily chart easily, but considering the possible upside potential in the weekly chart, it could go even a little bit higher. But first things first, let's focus on the moving average first right now, because this is the main resistance level in the midterm. And if you're still watching this video, remember to click on the like button to support this channel. Subscribe because you're gonna keep in touch with my insights every single day. New ideas on many stocks like Tesla, Apple, NIO, the S&P. So I think you guys are gonna like what I have to offer. Now, what could completely frustrate this bullish thesis that I am presenting to you guys right now on this video? If Apple loses the 128 again, and it's gonna be even worse if Apple loses the weekly low over here around 125. If this happens, then Apple will just resume the bearish sentiment in the daily and in the weekly chart, and probably it is going to retest the 121 again. Let's see if these patterns are going to get triggered, because if they do, Apple looks quite promising, quite interesting. It is not my favorite stock right now at this moment, but I think it is a very good one to keep an eye on. If you want to keep in touch with my trades, subscribe to my newsletters, check my website, join the top 5% traders that can make money and actually beat this market. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. Farewell.